Hello beauties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is super special because this is our episode number 1 of our wedding guest makeup look. What's a better way to start it than doing a pink makeup look, because I think pink is a color that kind of shows up in every wedding, and this is a color that flatters every skin tone, like Indian skin tone. So in this series you're gonna learn makeup look that goes with different wedding outfit colors, different wedding events. So you guys, this is just the beginning. There is lot more content coming, especially for wedding season. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you watch this video till the end, because this video includes everything: skin prep, makeup look, lip combo, eye makeup, everything. Okay, so let's get started. You guys know by now that I always start my makeup with a clean skin. Make sure you have nothing on your skin. It doesn't matter if you have washed your face in the morning. Still, I'm going to make sure I'm starting with a clean face. And for that, I'm going to use my makeup wipe just to make sure there is no dust, there is no dirt on my face. Guys, my skin is breaking out like crazy right now, and it's because it's that time of the month. And also I ordered few new makeup products from Sephora. These are, or actually there are 4 products that I ordered. Another one. So we're gonna use these as well. For skin prep, you don't need a lot of product. I have made video on my Instagram already with drugstore skin prep. I'll go ahead with my POV Beauty skin prep line. This is Michaela by Makeup skincare line, skin prep line. I love how my makeup looks when I use these products for my skin prep, but I feel like these are very expensive. And I don't know if they ship to India yet. I have no idea. If you're looking for affordable skin prep routine, I have already made a video on my Instagram. I'll put the link in my description box. You guys can see that. But for my skin prep today, I'm going to use this POV Beauty because I love these products. First, I'm going with Drench It. This is a milky toner. I'm gonna apply this. It gives insane amount of glow to your skin. Oh, I love it. Next, I'm going to use their serum. This is Drip It. I made a video about these products already. Massage it. And you guys, I don't use any eye cream. I use the same products under my eyes as well. For moisturizer, I'm going with Whip It Cream. Again, this is from POV Beauty. But if you're looking for drugstore moisturizer, go with Embryolus Cream. I think that's the best drugstore moisturizer that goes perfectly, that works perfectly for all skin type and goes beautifully under makeup. So while I'm waiting for my moisturizer to, really soak up into my skin, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my brows with this Brow Freeze by ABH. I like to comb them back and then just set them into place. Also, today I didn't want to film any content. I was super lazy. It's Friday night, but I have no plans for Friday night. So I was like, why not to... Where's my mirror? Why not to film a YouTube video? Because I was thinking to do this for a long time, and I was like, why not just film a YouTube video today? So here I am, but I really didn't want to do anything, but I didn't want to watch TV as well. Now I'm gonna go ahead with primer. Again, this is from the same brand. If you want a drugstore primer, again, I will put up a link in my description box. You can use that, but I am gonna use this POV Beauty primer. Apply your primer. Also, if you don't have the same product, that's okay, because I'm not more into product in this video. I'm more into technique. You can blend products or how you can apply products so you get flawless, long-lasting makeup base. So my main focus is on the application, how you can blend it instead of just focusing on the product. Now that our primer is all applied, I'm gonna let it sit for at least a minute. I'm not gonna apply any product. Let it sit for at least 1 minute. Please do not go ahead and apply your foundation on the top. While I'm waiting for my primer to kind of, settle down, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and fill my eyebrows. Do not just sit down and wait for it. Do something instead. Took some powder on my eyebrow brush, and I'm going to start filling them. I'm going back and forth, picking some more color, and then I'm just filling the gaps that I have. Draw a line at the bottom first, and then I take some more and I draw the line on my top part of my brow, and then I just kind of fill whatever gaps that I have in my brows. And by this time, my primer is also completely dried down. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead with my color corrector. For that, I have two options. The first one is Huda Beauty color corrector. I love this color corrector because it's a full coverage color corrector. It does not mess up with your makeup. Sometimes you apply color corrector and when you go ahead with your foundation on the top, it starts to peel. But this one, it works with all kind of foundation, like water based, oil based, all kind of foundation. It works perfectly. Another color corrector that you can use from drugstore is NYX Pro Fix Stick. That is also a really good color corrector. There is one more color corrector that I've recently started using, and that is NARS Pot Concealer. This is not a color corrector, but this is like a concealer that works amazing as a color corrector. I recently posted this makeup look on my Instagram. There I have used only this product on all over my face, and this works amazing. It is full coverage concealer, and once it's dried down, it is not moving at all. It is not. This is also available in Sephora India, so if you live in India, you can get your hands on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this color corrector where I need some coverage, or where I want my discoloration to kind of go away. Right here around my mouth. Need this discoloration and the pimple that is kind of popping up. I need to color all that. I'm gonna let it sit for at least 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna blend it. And I'm gonna use this actually. This is better. I really like this headband because it's gonna make sure everything just stays away from my face. I'm gonna take my concealer brush. This is Real Techniques concealer brush, and I'm going to dab it. Also, as I always says, never ever overblend your color corrector. I got this new Fenty Beauty Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint. I've never used this before, and the shade that I got is number 11, and I ordered it online, but now looking at this, I feel like it's gonna be light shade. I've not even opened it. Let's see. Oh no. The packaging, it looks too white. I don't know. Do you think? Maybe we can work around it. I don't know. This is how the packaging looks. I've heard so many good things about this skin tint, that it's very blurring. Even though it's a skin tint, the coverage is insane. We're gonna find it out. So I've got some on the back of my hand. Okay, this is the brush that I'm gonna use. It's by Eyebrow Beauty. I love these brushes. Now I'm gonna take this foundation. Let's start blend. Oh no, I think it's gonna work. Let me just check. Wow, it's a great shade match actually. Look at this, it matches. Wow, Sumi, good job. Not bad. I'm gonna apply like this. I prefer buying foundation in store than getting them online, because sometimes you never know what shade you're gonna get. Because online it says it's shade neutral, but it's looking little too yellow in person. But that's okay, I'll make it work. I think by now you guys know that I don't use beauty blenders. Booty blenders, I don't use booty blenders. I only use makeup brushes because I feel like they gives you insane amount of coverage and your makeup stays like for hours. I know people complain that with makeup brushes they get streaks and all that, but I think if you have right tools with you, your makeup will never look patchy, you will never have streaks on your face. Also, I have not shaved my face in last 2 months and I can see these hair. And when you have these kind of hairs, there are chances, why am I, what the hell? There are chances that your makeup will settle into those hair. So yeah, if you don't shave your face and you're complaining that why someone's makeup is looking flawless and whereas your is looking a little patchy and cakey and your makeup settles into your facial hair, and that's because of that, because you have facial hair. And my makeup layers beautifully when my face is freshly shaved, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I have not shaved my face in last 2 months, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow because we have a Christmas party that we're gonna go to. This is how our base is looking. Honestly, the skin tint, it's good. It's great actually. I love the coverage. It's giving me a coverage of a foundation even though it's a skin tint. And definitely you guys know that I have not used any blurring primer and all my texture, my skin looks blurred. I'm gonna go ahead and use bronzer, and for bronzer or contour I love this Make Makeup contour stick. I've talked about this so many times because it is so good. It just melts like butter. Now if you are a beginner, I would not suggest you to go ahead directly and apply it like this and blend it, because sometimes it gets hard for beginner to blend your contour and it might look harsh and patchy. But with this contour stick, like look at that, I blended this in front of you guys and it just melted right into skin. I feel like with this stick you can obviously go directly like this, but even if you're a beginner, I would suggest you to apply it on the back of your hand first. Take some on your contour brush and then just press it into your skin. Now where do I apply it? I usually, so you see where your natural shadows fall, like for contour you just gonna look straight into the mirror. Wherever your natural shadow falls, that's where you apply your contour. For me it's usually here, like that, and then I blend it upward. Take it on your brush and then apply it. Just gonna apply a little bit on my double chin, even though I don't need a lot. Like I feel like I do have my jawbone out, but if I do this, yeah, obviously you guys can see all the bulk that I have here. But I usually don't do bronzer or contour when I'm doing my makeup for everyday base, like on everyday basis. I only do it when I'm going for a wedding or party, and even when I'm gonna get my pictures done, because it adds beautiful shadow in those. But for everyday basis I don't. Apply some on my nose. I usually do like lines around my nose, like nose bridge, and that's how I apply it. And then for that I would suggest you to go, I'm so clumsy. For that, just go ahead with your concealer brush and then just blend it. Even if you have messed up a little bit, that's okay, because we have not applied our concealer yet. We can always clean all our mess with a concealer brush later if we need to. ordered this new blush from Morphe. This is going viral on internet. So I got my hands on this. I really want to make a Instagram video. So you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it on one side of my face, make a video, and then I'll be right back. I hope you guys don't mind because I really want to make a video on this. I'll be right back. So you guys, this was the blush and this is how she's looking on my cheeks. I'm not gonna say much about the blush because I want you guys to see my review. I might have posted it by now. If not, then you're gonna wait for the review. But this is how the blush is looking. So I apply blush in different ways. Today I have applied on top of my cheeks like that, which is giving me a fuller cheek effect. Sometimes I only apply blush on the high point, like here, and not on the apple of my cheeks when I want like a lifted effect. But today I just wanted to apply blush on, all over my cheeks so that I can get a fuller cheek effect. Now it's time for our concealer, and I got a new concealer from Tarte. This is their creaseless creamy concealer. This is a big claim. It says it's a creaseless creamy concealer. I have never tried this before. The shade that I got is medium neutral. Let's see, this is how the packaging looks. I've tried the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, their OG concealer. That's a really full coverage good concealer. Okay, this is way too light. You know what, why do I order my makeup online? I don't get it. You know what? I'm gonna apply a little bit more color corrector. Because I really don't want my concealer to turn gray. And I'm not going to overblend it again. Guys, usually I don't do this much layering under my eyes, but today the concealer is too light, but I really want to try it and see, what all the hype is about. So I'm going to go ahead and use it. And I think I've already told you the shade that I got, which is 35N. I'm gonna apply it on my eyelids too because we're gonna do our eye makeup as well. Oh, this is way too light. But मैं भी कौन सा रुक रही हूँ, apply करी जा रही हूँ. Let's see, hopefully it will work. Okay, it's been a few seconds and now I'm gonna blend it again. My same concealer brush. It says 24-hour hydration, which means it is perfect for dry skin. And then 12-hour wear, 12-hour crease proof, waterproof. Wow, that's a big claim actually. I'm gonna test it out and I'll let you guys know if it creases. Blending out pretty well, I'm gonna say that. So what I usually do is I take my concealer brush and I just keep on pressing it. So I take my concealer brush and I just press it under my eyes. The coverage looks really good. And to be honest, it doesn't feel heavy under eyes at all. And even after waiting for about 30 seconds to a minute, it's blending out really well. Does not feel dry under your eyes at all, and it's blending very well. I mean, look at that. My concealer is all blended. I'm not gonna set it directly with loose powder right now. I'm gonna let it sit for a few seconds. Your concealer will start looking patchy, muddy, and your under eyes feel very heavy. You're gonna let it sit for few seconds so concealer dries, and then you set it with loose powder. Loose powder, I'm going to use Huda Beauty loose powder. I think their loose powders are the best loose powders out in the market. I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush like this. I'm gonna take my loose powder on a brush first. Look at that. You're gonna make sure there is no excessive product. Just tap off the excess like so. And before applying this, make sure there is no creases under your eyes. If there is any, blend it out, and then take this brush and then just press it under your eyes. This will make sure you are not shocking your concealer directly with too much powder, because if you'll apply too much powder directly with a powder puff, there are chances again your concealer might crack, look patchy, and we don't want that. So just set lightly with some powder on a brush, and I'm gonna take some on my powder puff, smooth it out, and then I'm just going to press it under my eyes. Your concealer will never crack and it'll never look patchy, or your under eyes will never feel dry like this. Now if you have oily skin, you can bake with loose powder, but I have normal to dry skin, so I don't bake with my powders. I just apply a little bit. That is done. What I'm going to do is the same powder brush that I used, I'm going to as I was saying, I'm going to dust it off. Why? Because I have dry skin and I don't want a lot of powder. Just going to dust off any extra product that I have. Before I apply rest of my powder products, I'm gonna do my eye makeup first. So for eye makeup, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Forever 52 Intense Color Palette, Blue Lava Intense Color Palette. I have not used this palette before, so I'm very excited to use it. I'm thinking to do a very soft, pink eye makeup look. So let's see what we come up with. I'm only gonna do it on one side of my eyes because I want to make a video for my Instagram on my other eye. So let's get started. Our eyelids are already prepped with some concealer, and I'm gonna go ahead and set them with loose powder just to make sure that our concealer kind of stay in place. Oh, I did not blend this harsh line, like I did not blend this crease. You guys see my concealer has settled into that. That's why it's really important that before you set your concealer with some loose powder, make sure you have blended that crease, that concealer crease that you have. Now on this side it's looking smooth, whereas on this side you see this harsh line. That's why I always say that. For eye makeup, I'm going to use Jesa Beauty brushes, the same brushes with which I have done my base makeup. Same brushes I'm going to use. First, I'm going to go ahead with a big fluffy brush. This nude pink shade, which is almost looking like a lilac, purpley lilac shade. And I'm going to apply it in my crease. So you see this fold, that's called crease. So I'm taking some more and I'm going to blend it in my fold, which is called our crease. And this palette is very pigmented, and always flick it out. When you blend your transition color, make sure you're holding your brush from the center and you are not applying too much pressure. Just go gently, like very light, very less pressure. Okay, I'm going to take a smudging brush. Again, this is from Jesa Beauty. I'm going to take the same color, okay, tap off the excess, and I'm gonna look up and I'm going to apply it on my lower lash line. This eye makeup is going to be very beginner friendly. I want to show you a beautiful makeup look that everyone can do it, even beginners. When I apply my lower lash line makeup, what I do is, you see this line, which is my natural fold. You cannot hide it with makeup, okay? I don't bring it over this crease line because that might be too low. I just keep it in between that crease line. Okay, so our lower lash line is done, our transition color is done. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm switching my brush to a smaller fluffy brush. I'm going to take this darker shade of pink, this one here, okay? They almost looks very similar. Both the shade almost looks very similar. So if you feel like this transition color is too intense for you, you can always use this shade as your transition as well. But I used this one, which was more purpley. I don't know why I used that, but that's okay. You can always go ahead and use lighter shade of color as your transition color. So I'm only going to blend it on my outer corner and then bring it into your crease, this fold, and just flick it outwards. For shimmers, I'm thinking to go with this baby pink shimmers. I think they're gonna look really good. I'm going to press and swipe. And look at that pigment. Oh my god. I'm going back, picking some more. Press, swipe, press, swipe, press, swipe. Taking some more. And then kind of join that line. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit darker shade of pink. I'm going to keep this in the center. Press, swipe, press, swipe. I don't have hooded eyes, so I have kept it under my fold. But if you have hooded eyes, you're going to apply it above your fold. If you feel like your outer corner is not that intense, what you're going to do is you're going to go back, pick that same pink color, tap off the excess, and we're going to make sure we're blending this harsh line. There we go. I have these two eye pencil from Nika and I'm thinking to use those. Let's see which one I'm gonna use. This is a green one. Should we do green? I don't know. And this other one is like purpley, pinkish and greenish. It's a monochromatic eye pencil and the shade is Thane. No, not Thane. Before I go ahead and apply this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my black kajal and I'm going to do a rough wing. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to smudge it. Once that is applied, on the other side of the same brush there is this brush, and with that I'm going to smoke it out. Just go back and forth in small strokes. Go with shade Post. I hope this will pop up more now. And I'm going to apply it on the top. Oh, it's not showing up. What the hell? I thought it's gonna show up. You know what? That was a bad decision. I'm gonna go ahead with another shade. I really thought like it is like showing in person. Like if I come very close, you guys can see, but from the far, it's not even visible. So what I'm gonna do is same brush. I'm kind of wiping off. Let's use this green one. Okay, the green one is showing up, so let's just keep the green one then. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty. That looks pretty. Actually, I mean, if you don't want to add green, you can just apply black kajal and smudge it like I did before. You don't have to do it. But I just wanted to add a pop of color, to be honest. I think this is looking good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some lashes. New lashes from Shein. So I'm going to use these today. Take lash out. And I think we definitely need to cut it. Yeah, I'm going to cut it. So I'm going to cut a little bit, and we always cut our lashes from the back. Okay. Now we're going to let it sit for a few seconds so it becomes tacky. Sorry, I forgot to turn on my recording. Stick your outer corner and your inner corner. Give it a little push. Always put my hand under my lashes and push them up. So the natural lashes and the false lashes kind of stick together. Same Makeup by Mario gel eyeliner, black gel eyeliner in my waterline. For my lip combo, I'm going with Maybelline Lifter Liner, and the shade name is Big Lift. It's like a pinky, brownish, pinky nude lip liner. Oh, I'm gonna take my foundation off first. And then my top lip. Thinking to add this rosy mauve shade by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's their lip velvet lipstick. I'm just gonna keep it in the center. Just smack your lips together. Should we do gloss on the top or should we keep it matte? Let's keep it matte for now, and then we'll add gloss later if we need to. Now I'm gonna do my powder blush, my powder highlighter, and then we'll do final touches and I'll be right back. Okay, powder blush. I don't need a highlighter because this shade here, it's a luminous, so I applied this as my highlighter. And I don't think so I need a highlighter after this. Now, what do you think? Should we add a gloss? I feel like I need a gloss on the top. Should we add gloss? I'm thinking to add a gloss because, yeah, we need gloss. I don't know. I was always a matte lip girly, but I don't know what happened recently. I have become a gloss girly. Now, this is looking pretty. Gloss was a must, for sure. And if you use the gloss and the color transfer, always clean your wand, the applicator, and then put it back so you don't mess with the color and the formula. This is looking good. I'm gonna add a bindi because I think without bindi, wedding makeup look is incomplete. So I think I'm gonna add pink bindi. Wow, look at the volume in my hair right now. The reason why I hate lip gloss, but I love my whole look so much. Okay, remember this is the complete makeup look. Perfect soft pink eye makeup look for the wedding season. There's no filter. Up close and personal. You can see my texture. We don't use any filters here. Let me know what you guys think about this makeup look. Okay, also, before I go, I forgot one step. That is to lock your makeup. Now, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to take it off, so I'm not going to set it with my setting spray. But make sure you use a makeup fixer to fix your makeup. Fixing spray, not setting spray. I will make a separate video about what's the difference between setting spray and fixing spray. But always set your makeup if you want your makeup to last longer. And here is the finished look. I absolutely love it. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know what color should we do next for our episode number 2. And yeah, please like, share, and comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video.